A big tragedy is coming your way. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says a big tragedy is coming your way. Open this immediately or you will cry. Those are not just words written in the wind. These are words soaked in divine truth, dipped in the voice of the one who watches over all. You have no idea how close the darkness has come to your light. You have no idea how close the storm has crept beneath your feet, like a serpent ready to strike when you are distracted, when you think everything is finally okay. You were not supposed to see this today, but it was allowed, by divine instruction. Because someone has been asking the heavens to protect you, someone who sees what you cannot see, someone who cried out last night with your name in their breath, pleading to God that you are warned in time. That cry reached heaven. That cry broke through the walls of delay. That cry summoned this very message to arrive to you now. There is a tragedy forming behind your back. You feel something off, but you cannot yet describe it. It's like your soul knows, but your mind is trying to silence it. You have been telling yourself that things will get better soon. You've been hoping that the tension you feel is just temporary stress. But no, this is not just stress. This is spiritual interference. This is a shadow trying to block your next divine move. You are being targeted not because of your weakness, but because of your spiritual significance. The higher realm sees it. Archangel Michael sees it. He has stood between you and the edge of destruction before, and now he is screaming across the veil for you to wake up and hear this: a tragedy is forming. You are in danger, and the enemy wants to catch you asleep. Not everyone around you is who they say they are. Not every person who smiles in your direction is harmless. There are whispers going on behind your back. There are hands trying to forge something that has your name written on it, something that is meant to harm your name, your path, your peace, and possibly your future. What's most disturbing is that one of these hands belongs to someone you trust. God says, you've been warned before, but you ignored it. This time you cannot afford to ignore it again. This is your final warning before the shift occurs. You are standing on ground that is about to collapse if you do not step forward. If you keep standing still, trying to please people who were never ordained to be with you long term, the weight of their hidden intentions will crush your spiritual momentum. This tragedy doesn't look like a disaster at first, it hides itself like a blessing. That's the trick. It disguises itself as a door, an opportunity, a voice of support. But inside it holds poison. Inside it holds betrayal. Inside it holds spiritual delay so strong it could cost you years of divine progress. The message is clear: open your spiritual eyes now. The time for pretending not to see is over. You cannot afford blindness anymore. The enemies have increased in number. Their conversations have grown more bold. Someone is about to take an action that will bring unnecessary sorrow into your world if you do not spiritually intervene. That is why you are seeing this now. God says, I have allowed this message to interrupt your timeline so that the tragedy does not become your reality. There are strange coincidences that are not coincidences at all. The dream you had last night? That person who suddenly appeared in your thoughts today? That message you just saw online that felt oddly specific? These are divine nudges. You are not imagining things. You are being alerted. You are being warned. Your soul is picking up the vibration of an approaching collision, and if you ignore it, you will end up wondering how everything unraveled so quickly. But if you act now, if you obey the divine prompts, you will be delivered from what was meant to break you. There is a woman. She is watching you closely. She pretends to be a helper, but she is an agent of distraction. She is not what she appears to be. She has said things about you behind your back that would make your soul collapse in grief if you heard them all at once. But heaven heard every word. The angels recorded every conversation. The mask she wears will soon be torn, and the people who once believed her will stand in shock. God says, she touched my anointed. She tried to curse what I have blessed. And now I will expose her. Do not be fooled by appearances. The one who talks to you the most sweetly may be the same one preparing the sharpest trap. The one who says, I support you, may be the same one who is copying your words, mimicking your energy, and planning to outshine you with your own blueprint. There is a spirit of theft in your midst. A tragedy of stolen favor. But heaven is intervening. Because you prayed. Because someone else prayed. Because your soul is not meant to be swallowed by this storm. Time is running short. There is a clock in the spirit, and its hands are moving fast. Every second you delay in realigning with divine truth gives more access to the spirit of sabotage. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword already. He is standing in position. He is not watching casually, he is pacing. He is urgent. He is ready. But you must allow him to act. You must give permission through your belief. You must say, Michael, protect me from the unseen. Shield me from the hidden tragedy. Expose what I cannot see. Say it now. Speak it aloud. Heaven is waiting for you to activate divine protection with your faith. You've survived a lot already. You've overcome attacks that should have broken you. But this next one is more subtle. It is designed to enter through your compassion. It will use your desire to help. It will use your longing to belong. It will use your fatigue, your stress, your loneliness. And then it will strike when your guard is down. That's why this warning could not wait. That's why this message feels so intense. Because you must stop this tragedy before it manifests. Your energy is being watched. People are copying you, not out of admiration, but out of envy. Someone is trying to become you, replace you, steal the favor you've earned through pain. They see your glow and want to claim it without going through your fire. God says, their imitation cannot override your anointing. But you must guard your oil. You are leaking divine favor by entertaining wrong people. You are allowing access to your sacred space without discernment. That has to stop. Because the tragedy is not just what others are doing, it's what you are allowing. You've been too forgiving with people who should have been removed a long time ago. You've been too patient with red flags. This is not kindness, it is spiritual self-sabotage. And it must end now. A letter is coming. A message. Something will be sent to you very soon. It will seem innocent. It may be a casual invitation. A friendly suggestion. But it holds within it a spiritual trap. God says, discern every word. Pray over every opportunity. Test every spirit. Because the enemy is getting creative. Heaven is not silent. This message is proof. You are not abandoned. You are not walking into this blind. You have been chosen for protection, but you must participate in that protection. No more spiritual laziness. No more assuming that things will just get better on their own. This is war. And war requires wisdom, strategy, prayer, and obedience. Your name was brought up in a spiritual meeting. A group gathered in the spirit realm. Not everyone who gathered had light in their heart. But heaven was watching. And when your name came up, there was a divine decree issued: protect this one. Speak to this one. Send the warning before it's too late. That is why you're seeing this. That is why you're being awakened before tragedy arrives. You were marked for delay, but now you are being marked for deliverance. You must act now. You must cleanse your space. You must break every soul tie that no longer serves your future. You must stop making excuses for those who keep hurting your peace. You must reject the manipulation disguised as love. You must leave the table where respect is no longer being served. You must stop explaining your worth to those committed to misunderstanding it. Because if you do not, the tragedy will unfold, and this message will haunt you with, I should have listened. But there is still time. That's why this warning came before the moment of collapse. That's why heaven is still crying out for you to move. There is time to realign. There is time to break the curse. There is time to reverse the attack. You can cancel the tragedy before it reaches your front door. But you cannot wait any longer. This is not paranoia. This is prophecy. God is shouting now. Not whispering. Shouting. Move. Obey. Protect your destiny. The enemy has increased speed, and now you must too. No more delays. No more procrastination. No more pretending not to know what you already feel. This is your confirmation. This is your message. This is your moment. Your future depends on how you respond to this. Your legacy is waiting. Your angels are positioned. And God is watching. Will you listen? Or will you cry later and whisper, "I saw the warning, but I didn't think it was for me"? A big tragedy is coming your way. Open your heart to these words immediately, or you will cry tears that could have been avoided. This is not meant to scare you, it's meant to awaken you. This is not a warning of hopelessness, it is a divine alarm sounding from the gates of heaven itself, calling your name with urgency and love. Heaven has chosen this exact moment, this exact breath in time, to speak directly into your soul, because something is approaching in your life that could shake your foundation if you are not spiritually alert. But hear this, God will be with you, rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe in His hands. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. Right now, in the unseen spiritual realm, there is movement. Things you cannot see are already being stirred. Some are forces sent to harm, to distract, to steal your joy, your progress, your calling. But greater than all of them is the hand of God that shields you like 1,000 walls of light. God sees the traps before they're even set. He knows the intentions of those around you, even the ones who smile but plan otherwise. And He has chosen this divine moment to expose, to warn, and to prepare you. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. There is someone or something you've trusted who is hiding something from you, and soon, that deception will come to light. But do not let it break you. You are not meant to collapse beneath this weight. God has already gone ahead of you. He's not only seeing what's coming, He's already begun diverting the destruction. This is your moment of intercession. This is your moment to pray, to seek His face, to lean in harder than ever before. Because when you stay aligned with the Holy Spirit, nothing the enemy sends can prosper. This tragedy, this potential heartbreak, this disruption, it is a real threat. And yet, it is powerless against a praying, protected soul. The only way the enemy wins is if you stay unaware, if you remain spiritually asleep. That's why heaven is shouting now. That's why this message has reached you. You may have thought it was random. It's not. You may have thought you stumbled on these words by accident. You didn't. God guided you here. God orchestrated every step, because this is a moment that could determine the next chapter of your life. The trap is subtle. It might come as a sudden opportunity that feels too good to be true. It might appear through someone from your past who seems to have changed but hasn't. It may disguise itself in busyness, distraction, or sudden emotional highs and lows that confuse you. The enemy is a deceiver. But God is revealing him now. The spiritual radar in your heart is being recalibrated. Your discernment is being sharpened. You will see what others miss. You will sense what others ignore. You will be warned before it even comes close. There are whispers around your name right now, conversations in rooms you've never entered, plans being made in shadows. But hear this, none of it will touch you. None of it will succeed. God has surrounded you with angels, and Archangel Michael himself is on high alert concerning you. He's stationed at your side, sword drawn, cutting through the cords of every curse, breaking every chain before it can reach you. You don't even realize how many times you've been saved already. How many accidents you avoided. How many spiritual attacks never landed. God has been active in your silence. Even when you didn't see him working, he was never still. But now, this is your role. Stay alert. Don't trust blindly. Watch the words people say and the fruit they bear. Anyone can speak in favor, but actions reveal hearts. God is about to reveal the truth. A veil is being lifted. What you thought was one thing will be exposed for what it truly is. It may shock you. It may sting. But it will not destroy you. Instead, it will position you. You will be more focused, more resilient, more divinely aligned. What tried to hurt you will end up being your testimony. What tried to stop you will become your stage. What tried to block you will be the very thing God uses to elevate you. You must pray. Not casually. Not only when it's convenient. This is your moment to intercede like never before. Pour out your heart before God. Cry out to him in your own words. Speak his promises over your life. Open the Psalms and read them aloud. Declare Psalm 91. Declare Isaiah 54 verse 17. Remind the atmosphere around you that you are not walking through this life alone. You are protected by the Most High. You are not a victim, you are a victor under the banner of heaven's authority. And know this, even if something happens that seems like a setback, it is not the end. It may be the very thing God uses to realign your steps. Sometimes the greatest tragedies become the turning points that shift us into our highest purpose. God doesn't cause every storm, but he does use them. And he is with you in this one. He will not let it consume you. He will not let it break you. You may bend, but you will not shatter. You may weep, but you will not be abandoned. Your tears are known in heaven. Every tear you cry is sacred to God. He collects them. He answers them. He turns weeping into dancing. The next few days are important. You must be spiritually aware. Be careful who you trust with your secrets. Be careful who you vent to. Not everyone who listens loves you. Some only seek to collect information. But heaven is saying, I will reveal the false. I will protect you from the smiling betrayers. I will expose the plans of those who plot behind closed doors. You need only remain in my presence. Trust me. I will do the rest. There may be a moment when you feel like everything is falling apart. That is the moment you must remember this message. That is the moment you must lift your head and say, God, you said you'd be with me. And He will answer. Heaven will move. Miracles will rush in like a flood. There will be divine interruptions, doors closing that you didn't understand at first, people walking away, unexpected news. But all of it is divine. All of it is part of God's rescue plan for your life. The tragedy that was meant to make you cry will become the testimony that makes you praise. What was sent to destroy you will actually define you as a child of glory. Nothing in your life is random. Not even the heartbreak. Not even the silence. Every thread is being woven into a masterpiece. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not behind. You are not unlucky. You are in divine alignment, and this warning is not punishment, it is love. Because you are valuable. Because your calling is heavy. Because your future is great. That's why the enemy is trying to strike. But he has failed already. Because now you know. Now you are alert. Now you are awake in the Spirit. And no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You may feel alone, but you are surrounded. Angels stand guard around your home. The presence of God hovers over your life. Where others fall, you will rise. Where others faint, you will soar. You are covered. You are anointed. You are chosen. And so, pray with boldness. Speak life over your future. Cancel every negative word that's ever been spoken over you. Cut off every spiritual chain from past trauma, rejection, or abuse. Say it aloud if you have to, I am free. I am protected. I am walking with God. Say it until your soul believes it. Say it until every lie dissolves in the truth of God's word. And while you wait, trust. Trust that God is moving. Trust that the storm will pass. Trust that even in silence, God is working all things together for your good. He promised to never leave you nor forsake you. And He never breaks a promise. He's not like man. He's not a liar. He's not confused. He is deliberate. He is wise. He is always ahead. And right now, He's already in your tomorrow preparing the way. This tragedy will not win. You will not fall. You will not fail. You are more than what you've been through. You are more than the rumors, the rejection, the delays. You are who God says you are. And God says you are victorious. You are blessed. God says you are protected. You are His. So breathe. Speak His name. And believe with all your heart. This warning came not to destroy your peace, but to protect your destiny. And because you listened, you will be shielded. Because you prayed, you will be favored. Because you believed, you will see miracles unfold in ways you never imagined. The enemy thought this tragedy would silence you. But instead, it will ignite your praise. You will come out stronger. You will come out wiser. You will come out with new authority. And you will not walk alone, not now, not ever. God is with you.